Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming my #1 most requested video of all time, my makeup collection. As you guys can see, I'm actually in my bedroom today. I don't normally film in my bedroom, but my makeup collection and kind of organisation is behind me. Now the reason why it's taken me such a long time to do this video, and I've never done any makeup collection video the entire time that I've been on YouTube, which is over 2.5 years now. So the reason why this video has been such a long time coming is the fact that I've always been unhappy with my makeup organisation, especially because where I keep my makeup, as you guys can see, this vanity or dressing table, whatever you want to call it, is actually antique, which makes it really hard to kind of find storage solutions that will fit into it and things like that. But I finally kind of got round to really organising my makeup, and I found a solution that I'm really happy with. You guys are getting a sneak peek already behind me. I'm so happy with the new kind of organisation of this. I thought it would be the perfect time to film a makeup collection video for you all. Now, as always with these videos, there comes a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not trying to show off. If you're going to be kind of negative and write things saying I'm showing off or I'm bragging, whatever, then you're kind of in the wrong place. This video has got to be my #1 all-time most requested video, so I'm doing it because I've been asked a lot to do it, and I thought it was about time that I listened to you guys and actually filmed one. So if you don't like these kind of videos, then click off now. Please don't watch it and kind of write negative comments, because we don't need any of those. So if you guys want to see my makeup collection and a few organisation tips along the way, then keep watching. Okay, so this is my dressing table where I keep all of my makeup, or vanity if you're in the States. I know you guys call them vanities, we call them dressing tables. The actual table itself is antique, and I picked this up at an antique auction. I actually got the matching wardrobe, which is behind me there, if you guys can see it. If you see my room tour, you'll know all this already, but I got it for a really good price, so I'm really happy with it, but it isn't the best thing for storing makeup in, so hence I have got my new makeup storage up here, which I'm so happy with. The boxes are actually from Muji. They are the slim acrylic boxes, and they're all different kinds. I'll kind of explain a little bit more as I go along, but I'm going to start on the left hand side here with my brushes, and as you can see, I have this kind of divider pot, which is meant to be a stationary like desk organizer, but I use it to divide my brushes. And in here I keep my kind of basic shadow brushes. I keep blending brushes in the next one. You guys can't see very well, but they are organized. And then I keep eyeliner brushes in this one, tools in here, so eyelash curlers, tweezers, mini scissors, and then in the back there are 2 sections, not 4. I keep powder brushes on this side and then foundation brushes on this side. And then moving on to the kind of next stack, I keep dirty brushes in this empty candle pot. This is actually an empty from my Miller Harris Lead Rian candle, which is my favourite. And then I keep any kind of kabuki brushes up here, along with my EOS lip balm, which doesn't fit into any of the drawers, and a pencil sharpener. And then underneath I have these little drawers. So in this one here I keep lip balms. I'm going to pull them out as I go along so I can kind of show you what's going on. So in this one are all my lip balms. I've got my 2 Soap and Glory ones at the back, which I love. My 2 Tender Tones. I've got a Jo Malone one, which is really old. A Jouer lip conditioner, I think it's called. Lip enhancer. And then I've got a Clinique Chubby Stick, which I don't really like. A Carmex, some Burt's Bees, and Nukes in there. So they are all of my lip balms. And then in the one underneath that I keep concealers, and I actually have a lot of concealers. This is kind of shameful. And as you can see from these, I actually really like drugstore concealers or high street concealers. I think they're really good. So I've got a couple of Collection 2000 ones, Gemma Kid, New CID, Burberry, Rimmel, Benefit, Garnier, and then underneath I've got more Rimmel. There's like 3 of these all in different colours, and Maybelline and L'Oreal under there too. So if I can kind of, oh, and the MAC Studio Sculpt Concealer, which I'm not a huge fan of either. That's pretty old actually, it might need throwing out soon. If I can fix this back in here. Go, I've got too many concealers. So in the next stack across here, you can see that this is a deeper shelf. You can buy the shelves kind of as you like, and they all kind of fit together vertically. This is one of the deeper shelves, and in here I keep all of my high-end lipsticks. I'm going to go in from the top here because this is kind of a big drawer. I love this drawer though. I love the way it looks like from above, because I've arranged it so that you can see all of the labels. So here I've got all of my MAC lipsticks. I've done a MAC lipstick collection. If you guys want to go and see that, you can separately, so I'm not going to go through all of the colours. Then these ones, the square ones here, are my Chanel ones. I adore Chanel lipsticks, they're absolutely gorgeous. These round clicky ones here are Gemma Kid, which are also lovely. Then I've got a few Burberry ones which I like, but I don't really love them. A couple of YSL, a couple of NARS in the back, or just one, oh no, two NARS, one there and one there, and then a couple of, another YSL here, and then Estee Lauder. So yeah, they are my high-end lipsticks, and they kind of slide back into there. And then, oh, I should mention as well, these drawers that I keep my brushes in, I've got one there and one here, and they match. They actually kind of open up at the top like jewelry boxes. I got these because I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I bought them, and you can't kind of buy these open top ones like this, but if you wanted to take these out, you can actually use them just like a normal drawer, and they're the same depth as these skinny ones here. So moving along, I have my palettes in the middle, and I do keep some of my other palettes in the drawers underneath my dressing table, but these ones are the ones I kind of use on a daily basis. So we have my MAC palettes, of which I have 3. So I have my blush palette, and I've labelled them on the back just with stickers so that I know, so I don't have to look in them, which is not full. I have 5 MAC blushes. And then I have my neutrals palette, which looks like that, which is my most used one. And then I also have a kind of brights colours palette here, which isn't all that bright. There are only a few kind of really bright colours in there, but it's my kind of non-neutral palette. So they are my 3 MAC palettes, and then along from here I keep my NARS blush palette, which is very dirty and well loved. This is kind of my go-to for blushes every day. I love that palette. And then I have a Build Your Own Urban Decay. I have the Naked 2 palette, my Inglot Build Your Own, what is it, Freedom System palette, the Naked 1, and then I have this really cute little palette, and I've never ever used this because it's so gorgeous. I need to start using it. It's the Bobbi Brown Anniversary palette from last Christmas, and it has a ton of different lipsticks. I think 20 shades of lipsticks in it, which would be great for travelling. I need to get around to using it. I just haven't kind of wanted to use it because it's so pretty. So yeah, they are all of my palettes. I put these back in here. They are all of my palettes. And then moving on to the right hand side. Now this top drawer is kind of a little bit of an anomaly. I keep everything that I'm kind of currently using, like all of my face products, because I keep my face products in the drawers, which you're going to see in a minute. This is where I keep kind of everything I'm using at the moment, or that is new, or that I'm trying out. I mean, I've got some Fix Plus, which I don't really like. I use my Caudalie water instead, but I've kind of got nowhere else to put those to. Dior bronzer, Bare Minerals, Mineral Veil, in the pressed version, the ready version, which I really like. I've got some MAC Luster Drops, which I'm loving. They are actually new, and I put them in my foundation today, and I love them. Jouer bronzer, Chanel foundation, Shiseido foundation, By Terry primer. They're my kind of day-to-day fall back on face products, which I keep up there just so that they're easy access. And then in this deep drawer I have my drugstore lipsticks, along with a few high-end lipsticks that don't fit into the other drawer kind of vertically, so I've had to put them lying down. So on this side I have all of my Revlon lip butters. I have 6. I love these. And then I have my L'Oreal Caress lipsticks here. And then these ones are Maybelline Colour Sensational, which I don't rate as highly as the other two, but I do like them. And then this is a L'Oreal Colour Riche. This is Max Factor. I've got, I think that's Sleek, a Barry M. That's a Clinique one that wouldn't fit. Not a Clinique, Elizabeth Arden one that wouldn't fit. Topshop. These ones are Rimmel, which I absolutely love. The black ones are the Kate Moss collection. This is number 2, which I'm wearing today, and I love it. They're so creamy and pigmented and generally amazing, and they taste like that kind of fake cherry smell, which I really like. And then lying down I have my Dior lipsticks, which I have a few of now actually. I have like a lip balm, I've got a couple of the original Dior Addict lipsticks, and then I've got one of the new Dior Addict Extreme, and then under here I have some Avon, a few kind of, one of these NARS, I think this is Carthage, yeah, NARS matte lip pencils, Shiseido, a couple of Shiseido ones actually in there. So that's where I keep the rest of my lipsticks. And that can go back in there. And then on top of here I have another one of these sectioned organisers, and in here I keep my eyeliners, which at the back all of my pencil eyeliners are in there together, and then I have liquid liners at the front here, which I don't actually have that many of because I don't use liquid liners that often. I have eyebrow products in here, so my brow set, I have my MAC Omega, which is new, and then I have my lingering brow pencil, things like that. And then on the right hand side of this organiser I have mascaras, and I actually had a huge mascara throwout a few months ago, but somehow I've managed to accumulate a ridiculous amount of mascaras again. In the back I have my drugstore ones, so I've got CoverGirl, L'Oreal Telescopic, Maybelline, what is this one, Avon, a few others in the back, and then in the front two sections here I keep high-end mascaras. So I have Lancome, that is the Blink mascara that I got in Glossy Box, another Lancome, Armani Ice to Kill, which is getting really old, but I don't want to throw it out because the packaging is so amazing, New CID, and then in this side I keep kind of newer ones that either I'm still kind of like using for the first times, or that I'm like saving because I have no need to use them for the moment, like this MAC one. I have this new NARS one, which is amazing, the larger than life volumizing, it's absolutely incredible, and then I have a few Clinique samples as well at the front there. So that's all of my eyeliners and stuff, and then I have another deep drawer here where I keep all of my lip glosses, both high-end and drugstore. So as you can see, I've arranged them here. They're not actually that neat because some of them are a little bit too long to go in straight, but I've tried to arrange them so that you can see the labels on the bottom. So if I go in from here, this is actually my newest one. I love this. This is, what's it called? Star Quality from the MAC Real Sexy collection. It's gorgeous. I love that. I love cream sheen glass as well. They're amazing. NARS Larger Than Life lip gloss. I've got a couple of the YSL glossy stains, which are incredible. There's a review on my blog if you guys want to check that out. My Inglot kind of crazy multicolored lip gloss, which people were asking the number of. It's 543. And then I've got NYX, a Chanel, Avon. They're all kind of mixed up. This is Barry M. I think that's Urban Decay on the end, some more NARS. At the bottom there's more MAC here, some MAC Dazzle glasses, which I've had forever. I probably need to throw them out. I also have NARS, a couple of Revlon, you guys can see that, and they're all kind of pink, to be honest. Like, I really like pink lip gloss, but there we go. Those can go back in there, and then moving on to the drawers. Now I used to use the middle drawer here for a lot of stuff that is now on top, but now I store jewellery in that and it's not organised yet, so I'm not going to show you that, but I do store my kind of face makeup on the left and the right hand drawers. So I'm going to go into, actually I'm going to go into this one first, I changed my mind. I'm going to pull it out as far as I can without it falling out. As you can see here, it doesn't look too organised, but it actually is. What I've done is I've bought these mesh makeup bags from Muji, which I absolutely love. They're $2.99 each, I think, but they're really good because you can zip them up and pull them out. You can see what's in them, and I just found, because these drawers are really, really deep, it's hard to find an organisation solution where you can actually find everything. So I divide all of my different makeup into kind of types. I'm just going to pull them out and show you because it's going to be easier to do it with one hand whilst I'm holding the camera. But in here I keep primers and powders and kind of makeup bases. I've got my Chanel Bronze Universal in there, which I kind of love and hate at the same time. The next one is bronzers. As you can see there, I have Elizabeth Arden, NARS, few other ones in the bottom there. The next one along is blushes. This one is a little bit overfilled because I have a lot more blushes than I do of the other stuff, but you can see in there there's some Maybelline, Pixie, Chanel, Urban Decay, Bourjois. They're all going to fall out, Benefit. Yeah, so that is my blush bag, which is a little bit overfilled. And then in here another overfilled one. For some reason I have cotton pads in there, I don't know why. The next one is foundation as well, so I kind of tend to keep the ones that I use most on the top so I can just grab them. But yeah, so Bourjois, Chanel, Rimmel, more Chanel. Chanel foundations are my ultimate favourite. I have, what is this one? Gemma Kid, My Face, a few others. There's a couple of NARS ones there which I actually don't use very much. NARS Tinted Moisturiser. And that's it for that drawer. As you can see, it is empty now. And that's what it all looks like when it's in together. So finally moving on to the last drawer, I have 3 more of these mesh bags, and then I also keep my palettes in the back. I'm going to show you those last because otherwise we're going to get in a mess here. So on the left hand side I keep all of my single eyeshadows or eyeshadow duos. A lot of these are actually NARS duos because I love them. This is actually really cool as well, my Illamasqua what is it called, Static Pigment, which is gorgeous. Yeah, so lots of Bourjois, Urban Decay, MAC paint pots, all that kind of, not MAC paint pots, Armani Ice to Kill, all of that kind of stuff goes in there, all my individual eyeshadows. And then the next one along I keep cream eyeshadows, eye primers, gel eyeliners, all of that kind of cream eye products. So I have my Urban Decay primer potions. This one is looking more than just a little bit worse for wear. I keep my Chanel cream eyeshadows. There's a lot of the Maybelline 24-hour colour tattoos, all of that kind of stuff. My Bobbi Brown eyeliners, it's all kind of a jumble in there because I didn't quite know how to organise them, so they all just kind of get thrown in there and then dug out when I need them. I have a couple of the NYX Jumbo eye pencils. So yeah, that's where I keep those. And then the final bag is highlighters, and as you can see I don't actually have as many highlighters as you would think compared to the amount of blushes I have, but there are a few MAC Strobe liquid lotion even is in there as well. NARS multiples, what's this one, Elizabeth Arden, this is, I love this, this is the Rose Aurora Rose Gold. I'm trying to open it with one hand, this is not working. The Rose Gold highlighter, which I love. So they are my highlighters in there, and then in the back of the drawer here, I'm going to take this out if I can, I don't think I can actually. In the back of the drawer here, if you can see, it's pretty dark. I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. So I have Soap and Glory, MUA Heaven and Earth palette, which is really nice, Sleek palette, a Bobbi Brown, what is it, Modern Classic palette, which is actually a present from Ingrid, which I love that palette. And then Urban Decay Book of Shadows under there, small Bobbi Brown, an empty MAC quad, and just generally kind of any palettes that kind of don't fit anywhere else are in there. So that is it for my makeup collection. It looks like a huge mess now, doesn't it? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you did, and thumbs up if you liked it. I'm sorry it took me so long to do it, but it's here now, and I hope you guys like my organisation. I'm really, really happy with it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!